Morning. Good? Excellent. Well, it's another great day in the city of Mobile, as a former city councilman used to say. Where I'm standing, we're at the site of what was the old Greystone School, but this will be new fire station, replacing Fire Station 19, which is known as the McCosker Fire Station, which is only about 300-400 yards up toward Highway 90 from here. That station is 68 years old, and it's long past due being replaced. It's like several others that we need to replace, but we're really grateful that we can stand here today for this groundbreaking ceremony. In addition to housing the apparatus 19, which is the engine 19, which is right here, it's also going to have rescue 19, which is here, and it'll have a new dedicated hazmat unit. You really can't see this truck from the front, but that'll be newly located here for the first time that there's been one in this area, and a hook and ladder truck to my right. So full complement of our apparatus will be located here. It's a $4.6 million investment, and as Councilman Reynolds and I said, I was thanking him for, contributing some of the CIP money, and he said, "Thank you, Mayor, for what y'all did." And I said, Councilman, it seems things work out when we work together, which is really true. Nothing happens in the city without the administration and the city councilors working together. So again, thank you, Councilman. The project team, those who are going to be responsible for the construction and the design, is Forrest Daniel and Associates for the design. I don't think there's anybody here from that company. Harris Contracting, is anybody here from Harris Contracting? Good to see you, appreciate you being here. Big expectations out of you, and holding your hand, making sure that everything's lined up right will be our friends at Volkert and Associates, or Volkert Inc. If y'all raise your hand back there, thank y'all for what y'all do. At this time, I'd like to call on Pastor Aaron Bradley to step up and make a few comments and pray over this ground, and then I'll come back to the podium and have a few more remarks, and then we will call on a couple other speakers. So, Pastor.
Well, good morning to each of you. What a great day it is in the city of Mobile. Let's pray together. Gracious and mighty God, we gather together with hearts full of gratitude and reverence, standing on this ground where courage will rise, where lives will be protected, and where service will meet sacrifice. As we break this ground for this new Station 19, we ask for your presence to dwell here from the very beginning. Let every brick laid and every beam raised be a testament to the strength, unity, and dedication of those who serve this city with honor. Bless this soil, O Lord, and make it holy, for it will hold the weight of engines rushing to rescue, the prayers of families waiting in hope, and the footsteps of heroes answering call day and night. We lift up every firefighter who will serve from this station. Shield them with your protection, steady them with your wisdom, and strengthen them with your courage. May this station stand as a beacon of hope, a pillar of safety, and a place of unwavering commitment to the people of Mobile. Lord, bless the leaders, both current and future, planners, architects, and workers who will bring this vision to life. Let this project rise not only with steel and stone, but with purpose, compassion, and excellence. And may all who pass through these doors be reminded that this is more than a building, it's a promise. It's a promise that no alarm will go unanswered, no need will be overlooked, and no life will be deemed too small to save. We dedicate this ground, this project, and all who will serve here to you, O Lord, with humility, hope, and heartfelt trust. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Pastor. That may be one of the nicest dedication prayers I've heard. I would actually ask that you type that, let us have it framed, and let them put it on the wall of the fire station with the date memorializing what we did here today. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. This would not happen without the input from Mobile Fire Rescue Department. This is the third station that we've been able to build since 2017. And so I think that with each one of them, we're getting a little better at it. And so this one will be state of the art. It'll have all the bells and whistles that the fire department, well, almost all of them that they could come up with. I think that from the chief's perspective, they're still going to be very proud. It'll be very, very modern and substantially better than what they're working out of right now. Also, just know that there is a 5-year plan that exists. It'll be up to a new mayor and the new city council to make sure we continue with that 5-year plan. But we have several other fire stations that definitely need to be rebuilt, and I'm hopeful that they'll follow through with that plan to make sure that our fire rescue department has the best facilities that we can afford. We continue to make investments in equipment. I was talking about the engine right behind me. It was purchased, I think, in 2017, and we purchased 5 that year. And of those 5, one of them we're getting ready to have to roll out, replace it because of the number of miles on it, and it will be put in reserve. But anyway, the fleet is in such better shape than it used to be. And I know that all the fire rescue personnel as well as citizens are appreciative of that. Excuse me. Nothing happens without it being a team effort, and I would like to introduce one of those team members right now, and that's Councilman Ben Reynolds, to make a few remarks since this is his district. Councilman?
Thank you, Mayor. It's a big deal for District 4. It's a big deal for our firefighters. It's a big deal for Station 19. Everybody works there, but it's a big deal for these neighbors that are directly across the street from us that we're looking at. I went and met with every single one of them, and they are just ecstatic that this new station is going to be built across the street from them. Along the backside of us, these neighbors are equally as excited. You know, it does truly take a team effort to make this happen. I don't think we'd be here today if we weren't able to work together and understand that the tax money we collect from the taxpayer is the taxpayer's money. It's not my money, it's not the mayor's money, it's not up to us individually to make these decisions. So I guess it was probably just shortly after I got into office in this term that I approached the mayor and said, Mayor, we got to get a new fire station over here. This one's old and worn out, and I want to make a deal with you. I'll split the cost with you out of our CIP, our District 4 CIP, and they agreed. And as you know, government moves very slow. I mean, just as slow as you can imagine. But I guess it was probably about 6 or 8 months ago, we started taking inventory about what did we get done over this 4 years. I asked the mayor, we haven't got that fire station done. Is there any chance we can get it 100% completed and built in 8 months' time? And they looked at me sideways like I was crazy, but it sort of refocused everybody's attention to what boxes haven't we checked. Our mayor has done a heck of a job for us for 12 years now, and he wants to leave that lasting legacy of progress, and this one thankfully fell on his checklist to get done. So we're able to put the money together, put a great team of bidders, or a great group of bidders. I think we had something like 13 bidders or something on this project, so we got a very competitive bid. I think the city feels comfortable with the price. Our teammates over at Volkert are going to make sure that we keep it on time and on budget, and our contractor is going to do his very best to do that as well. And we can't express how excited we are to see all these firefighters out here to improve their accommodation and their ability to respond to the citizens of this city. So thank you to all of you. I hope we get this thing done sooner rather than later so y'all can move in and start serving the citizens of District 4 at a higher rate. So thank y'all.
At this time, my Public Safety Director, Rob Lasky, will make a couple of remarks.
Good morning. Today's groundbreaking isn't just about a new building. It's about strengthening our commitment to public safety and honoring the firefighters who serve such a vital role in this city. The old building served us well, but this new building will give us new space, new tools, and new technology to allow our firefighters to do their job better, more efficiently, and safer. So I'd like to thank Ben Reynolds, who's always been up front when it comes to public safety, and putting his money first. So thank you much. Without this, couldn't have it done. But let's go forward and keep moving.
This time, Interim Chief Barry Glisson will make a few remarks. And as I look out among the men and women here, and I glanced over at the ladder truck, I see that ISO 1 class. You know, the fire department has come a long way over the last 10 years, and we fully anticipate it will continue to improve and certainly not regress in any form or fashion. But we're grateful for what Chief Glisson had to do with us becoming ISO 1 accredited and so forth. So, Chief, it's up to you.
Thank you, Mayor. So, I'm currently serving as the interim fire chief, and it's been a privilege to stand before you and honor the men and women of the Mobile Fire Rescue Department. First and foremost, I want to sincerely offer our thank you to the mayor and his staff, our city council members, and our city leadership. Without their support, continue to make this kind of progress happen is a great day for Mobile. And it's not just for our department, but it's also for the citizens of Mobile. I want to recognize the past efforts that have helped us get to this point, and that goes with in 2018 with the council support of the replacing of Crichton Station, and then in 2020 with Councilmember Gina Gregory that championed the Spring Hill Station. And then today we want to offer our thanks to Councilmember Ben Reynolds.
Over here.
Who has gone above and beyond in his support of this project. He has contributed approximately $2 million of his CIP funds, and to our knowledge, this is the largest contribution that has ever been made by a council member to the fire department, and we appreciate that. We also want to thank the many MFRD members and city officials throughout the entire division that have made all the work behind the scenes possible to make this project happen. So let's talk about why we're here today. What this station truly represents. Let's be honest, many of our stations are old, outdated, and no longer meet our modern needs of our personnel here. The fire station is more than just a building. It's where firefighters live, sleep, work, eat, and train, and prepare to respond in a moment's notice. For us, the station is not just an office, it's a second home. As we ask a great deal of our firefighters and fire medics, the least we can do is ensure that they have a safe, functional, and healthy environment that reflects the standard of today's fire service. Station 19 is part of our larger vision to commit continuous improvement. Our strategic plan includes a roadmap for replacing other stations like 19 that currently is sitting at 4 other stations to be replaced hopefully in the next 5 years. We are constantly reassessing our needs and taking proactive steps to improve not just our department, but for the people of Mobile. As interim fire chief, my vision is simple. We want to leave the department better than we found it and do the right thing. We're committed to being a fire department that our citizens can trust, our firefighters are proud of, and that our city can depend on. We are your first call on your worst time of the day that you've dealt with in your life, and we are honored to serve that role. Finally, I want to remind everyone that our fire stations are not just a place for fire trucks, they are the cornerstone of our community. I encourage our neighbors to stop by your local fire station, meet our crews, tour our facilities, and learn more about what we do. Ask questions, share concerns, and get to know us, because at the end of the day, we don't just work here in Mobile, we live here too. And as Mayor Stimpson has said, let's go to work.
So I see that Council President C.J. Small showed up. I asked him in the past if he wanted to make any remarks at something like this, and typically he just gives everybody a wave. But I can tell you this, that under his leadership, the City Council and the Mayor have worked closer than any previous president of the City Council since I've been the mayor. And so, Councilman President Small, thank you so much for that. There was some concern when we started talking about spending $300 million on the Civic Center, the replacement of the Civic Center. And the concern was we wouldn't be able to do other things. Well, I think this is evidence that we will continue doing those other things, but it really will be incumbent upon the next administration to make sure that we do things according to plan. Part of that plan is let that helicopter pass over, and then I'll come right back to you. Coast Guard. Over the last 10 years, especially in the early years, what we realized, if the money didn't work, nothing worked. If you can't figure out how to give raises, buy equipment, and do that, I mean, all of a sudden you blow a tire out, blow 2 tires out, and everything kind of comes to a grinding halt, and the city of Mobile has seen that. Somebody that embraced that if the money doesn't work, nothing works, was former Councilman John Williams. So, Councilman, I appreciate you coming up, and I didn't give him a warning, but I'm tremendously grateful for all that he did while he served as a councilman for this district. Councilman.
It's a great day in Mobile, Alabama.
You close it out for us, all right?
It is indeed a great day. We've heard it here. It's about promises kept. It was 12 years ago, almost 12 years ago, when an unpopular decision was made between 2 council members. In a 5-minute recess on a budget meeting that Mr. Stimpson called, we got together and decided that we were going to legislate how capital monies were spent. That 1 cent, that was not a popular 1 cent tax at the time. But we said that it would be capital improvement only. And CJ said, we can make this work. And we went out and told the story that these monies would only be spent on capital programs. Only. And the mayor embraced that. His entire administration embraced it. And today is the results of those works and those promises kept. Never again will our firefighters, never again, quote me, will they ever drive vehicles that are unsafe or not proper for the job. And there will never be a time when we're not making progress to put you in better facilities. If it ever happens, we got the wrong administration. And by saying that, we know we have had the right administration for 12 years. Nothing I've ever said in public office could be true. That the greatest mayor in the history of our city, Sandy Stimpson, ladies and gentlemen, if you will.
Well, I'm going to let Jason come. I did not call him up for that accolade, but thank you. Thank you. So, Jason, you tell everybody what we do from here.
Yeah, thank y'all for being here. We're just going to take a couple of quick photos, but one part of that is going to be moving one of these trucks just behind this dirt pile. So folks from the press and with cameras, we're going to go just on the other side here and take the photo out facing towards Azalea while they move this truck. So just want to let everyone else know that there's going to be a bit of an equipment shuffle real quick. Thank you.
Y'all grab your dirt like you're about to scoop it, and we'll scoop it on 1, 2, 3. Okay?
Throw it on 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are y'all ready? Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.